So after episode 25, I started coming up with a plan for volume 2, which would have been episode 26 through episode 50. When I got to around episode 27, which was the 10-year anniversary episode to Kinect and PlayStation Move, I was really losing fuel. It became clear the show should probably come to an end. When it came time to plan out the final couple of episodes of the show, I pretty much cherry-picked all the ideas that I wanted to fill out a season. And then I also started thinking, well, what should the final episode be? The original idea, it always involved time travel. It was kind of like a Ebenezer Scrooge sort of thing, where it was, he goes to the past, he sees something in the present, and then he goes to the future. It just didn't seem like the way to end the show, but I really liked the time travel aspect a lot. Really, what cemented everything was the return of the Big New Yorker pizza. This was 10 years ago. I talked about missing that pizza and wishing it would come back. And all of a sudden, here it is coming back. And I started thinking, God, I'm kind of now retrospecting my own show, thinking like, wow, look at that. And I'm like, my God, that should be the final episode. It should be RBD Guy retrospecting his own show. And that's where the time travel comes in. And it would just be so cool to be able to go into the past and step into old episodes. And it would be a challenge for some of the stuff. But I'm like, man, I think we can make this work. I think this is possible. Writing and research was really hardy. It was going through everything and picking the places where it made sense for RBD Guy to come in. And I really tried to make it a challenge, not messing with the timeline. Like, he had always gone back in time. He had always done this. You just didn't see it, and it didn't affect what had happened previously. Pre-production was fairly simple to get done, honestly. It was really just aligning everyone's schedules, and anytime something didn't work, I'm like, well, there's plenty for me to film, so I'll just jump in there and do it. Production went very smoothly. It's a lot of talking in this episode, more so than editing quick facts like it's been in the other ones. Really, it was just me, filming myself primarily. And then, obviously on the cameos and things like that with my friends and family, that was done on their schedule. So usually it was the weekend because my son's in school, my wife works. It was very simple to get all that done and filmed. I did get sick during filming, and that sucked. I really wanted to finish filming, and it was like if I felt well enough to do it, I would do it. But there was one time where, I was really sick, and I shot like a few parts in one shot, and then I was like, okay, no, I don't think this is working out. And it was really just the enthusiasm of getting this project done and wrapping up retrospectives be damned. Also, I was a little afraid about getting everything done in time so that the relevance of the Big New Yorker was still there. So that was a big driving point for me as well. When we moved on to post-production, it was actually very fascinating because I really learned the value of pacing. Because when I cut the episode together, when I said, okay, I think it's done, I watched it and my first thought was, I like this. The other half of me, I'm like, I'm already asking a lot of people to sit down and watch even a 20-minute version of this episode, and asking people to come in and see a 28-minute version that has a lot of just references to things that aren't relevant to the episode at hand. It's asking a lot. I think that is the struggle when it comes to filmmaking, show making, whatever the case is. It's always cutting stuff that you might like, but that other people might not see the same way. And that's something very valuable I learned. The special effects were both fun and frustrating. The fun parts were the time travel effects. And then being able to cut that together and see it happen was so cool. And it just looked so awesome. The frustrating parts were the green screen parts. There was a lot of green screen in this episode. And a lot of the times, and you'll see in the director's cut, there's green screen shots that just don't work. They're messed up. And that was me trying to fix them the best I can. The release was simple. All 32 previous episodes were simple YouTube releases. Why not just keep doing that? Honestly, ending retrospectives be damned felt good. I had been doing this show for 10 years. I had reached a point where I was just running out of gas, and I knew it was time to move on. It was time to work on other things. I didn't really want to do web series anymore. I really wanted to focus on my films. I have so many ideas for those. But I also wanted to give RBD a proper send-off. RBD was there for me when I wasn't really doing much. And it was an outlet for me to talk about stuff that I've always wanted to talk about. And ending it felt like the perfect time to do it. I think we went out big. We went out with a really strong finale. And that's all I could ask for.